Good morning. Welcome back to our mindset and motivation series. Today is Friday. I'm calling it Feel Good Friday, which I think is necessary and also may feel a little disjointed with the anniversary that is today, but I want to focus on that. I want to focus on how we can feel good in this weird anniversary of a day. And if you're like me, you remember kind of what was you're looking at your photo album and you're looking at your Facebook memories and timeline and all that stuff, and you're looking at what was going on the few days prior to, really the world shutting down, and you're like, what? Dang, we had no idea. It's interesting because I had two daughters in school in New York City as the pandemic was beginning. And I think that gave us a little different perspective. Now, don't get it twisted. Nobody knew what was coming. We had no idea what was coming. But I think we had a little different perspective as we started to get these calls from them, in February, maybe mid-February, early March. Be like, Mom, I went to 𝘠𝗵𝗲𝘋 and there was no toilet paper. Mom, I went to 𝘠𝗵𝗲𝘋, I couldn't find any hand sanitizer. I couldn't find, stuff that you would have kind of just in the cold and flu season normally, and especially in a big city. And they didn't have, I'm like, what is going on? And I remember at the end of February, first part of March, I was sending boxes of stuff to them, boxes of toilet paper and boxes of hand sanitizer and boxes of stuff to them because I couldn't find it in New York City. And my husband and I'd be like, what's happening? Like, something's going on here. And shortly thereafter, as we know, we went into lockdown, and no one knew that a year later, this would still be a topic of conversation, and yet here we are. And so maybe Feel Good Friday doesn't feel like it has a connection today, yet I think it's so important for us to focus on feeling good today of all days. There's been so much loss, just in my family, in your family, there's been so much loss, there's been so much cancellation, there's been so much not feeling good. And to know we have the steps to feel better, to embrace how we feel today, acknowledge how we feel today, be okay with how we feel today, and take steps then to feel good, I think does more for the world than griping, complaining, and kind of, as I've said before, I used to say to my team, just sitting in the suck. Sitting in the suck doesn't help. It doesn't bring back canceled events. It doesn't bring back loss. It doesn't solve the problem. Sitting in the suck doesn't. But if we can focus on feeling good and how to feel good, and then how to share that energy with others, that's where we can start to make a difference. Okay, cool, Julie. How do we do that? So I don't think you're going to be surprised whatsoever by some of the tips I have for you on Feel Good Friday. I think that that's what makes them so powerful, in that there are consistent steps and actions that we can take no matter what's happening in our lives that can help us feel and function better. Maybe not great, maybe not optimally. It doesn't matter, just so we can feel and function better. It's always so interesting to me. You hear those stories of, let's say, the NFL player, and they had a death in the family, and then they show up on Sunday to play the game. And if you're not in that industry, if you're not in that space, you're like, what are you doing? How are you showing up to play the game on Sunday if you just had a loss in your family? It's because that's their operating system. That's where they feel and function better. It's part of who they are, what they do. And we all have an operating system. Sometimes we let it slide. But on Feel Good Friday, we're going to talk about that operating system. And I want you to think about some habits that you can do today to help you feel good. Number one, you probably need more sleep. So what if tonight you made a commitment to get more sleep? Because if you're watching this, you're already up. So we can't do it last night. So tonight, what if you made a commitment? Or this weekend, and there's a new moon this weekend. And what I've heard, it's a very powerful new moon. So what if you take advantage of that powerful energy and combine it with getting more sleep? we're sleep deprived and we're dehydrated. So that's number 2. What if you took every opportunity today to just hydrate it up? That's one way to hydrate. So good. More sleep, hydrate it up, like more than you even think. You know, the common rule is half your body weight in ounces of water. But what if you just did more than that? And what if you just hydrated like crazy? Because most of the population, a vast majority of the population walks around in a mild state of dehydration, which means you're walking around in a little bit of a brain fog. Well, if you're already feeling off on this day, why add to it with additional brain fog and lack of clarity, right? So number 1, more sleep tonight. Number 2, hydrate like a boss today. Number 3, make your energies and move your body. Move your body. Everything is better on the other side of a workout. Now listen, I'm not telling you all your problems will go away, that you will instantly feel better, that life goes back to puppies, rainbows, unicorns, as if it ever was, because you worked out. No, I'm telling you, you are more capable of handling whatever you feel and whatever life throws at you if you get a workout in. Period. I'll fight you on that because it's absolutely true. You will be kinder. You will be more patient. You will have more clarity. You will have more empathy. You will feel more centered. You will feel more grounded. You will come from a place of positivity because you did something for you. You will have taken care of you, and you will be able to better handle all your feelings, all your thoughts, and everything that happens in your day. So number 3, make your energies and move your body. Everything's better on the other side of a workout. Number 4, write it down, journal it, have some conversations. Please be okay with saying out loud, I feel off today. Please also be okay with saying out loud, I didn't even know today was the anniversary. I don't know how you wouldn't know that, but should you not know that, you got to be okay with that. Like, just sort of be okay with wherever you are, you know? And as you're feeling off, as you're feeling weird, as you're feeling wonky, as you're looking back at what you were doing last year at this time, going like we had no idea. Just kind of be okay with whatever feelings all that brings up. We were looking at some photos a couple nights ago because Jenna, my oldest daughter, is here this weekend, and there's a video of Jessie singing because she was supposed to be in her school musical. She was the lead. She was Sandy in Grease, and their last rehearsal before school shut down, they let people come in and video. So we've got a video of her singing. It's like the only thing I have. I never got to see her do the part. She didn't get to do the part. They didn't get to do the show. And I look at that and it just, I just think about all the loss and the sadness. And you can acknowledge that without staying there. So I have to acknowledge that, but I can't stay there because that doesn't serve me. It doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve my family. So that's what I'm saying. Journal, write it out, say it out loud. Acknowledge it, but we can't stay there. We can't stay there. And then get up the next day and keep moving forward. You've got a life to live. You've got dreams to go after and goals to achieve. And spending your days, your minutes, your precious minutes that so many people don't have, looking back at what could have, should have, would have, spending that time looking back, that's not going to do anybody any good, especially you. So on this Feel Good Friday, which is also an interesting Friday, I want you to take all the steps that you need to feel good. Some of my suggestions are more sleep, hydrate, make your energized, move your body, like swear to you. If you do nothing else aside from move your body today, that might be the cure. If you drink a lot of water and move your body, that might be the cure all. Journal it out, write it out, say it out loud, and then move through it. Not ignore it, tamp it down, whatever. But the only way we continue to make progress as human beings is to acknowledge and to continue to move through it. If we tamp it down, it's going to come back. It's going to come back. It will come back and get you. So whatever you're feeling now, let it surface. Let it be there. and then go work out and continue to move through it. Continue to serve and share and help others. Continue to do your best to keep yourself healthy. Continue to help others keep themselves healthy. And let's just continue to move through this, because we're going to get to a place where we actually get to gather again, and the majority are vaccinated, and we're in this space, and we're together, and we actually hug each other again, and it is going to be so incredible. Like, there aren't really words as to how incredible that's going to be, because we won't be taking it for granted anymore. It won't just be another gathering or another whatever, lunch or dinner or family meetup or whatever it might be. We're gonna have a much deeper appreciation for the moments when we can gather. Right here in my home, we're gonna have all 5 JVs in one spot this weekend, and that happened in January in Florida, yay! And then hadn't happened prior to that till Easter of 2020. So we went from April of 2020 to January with the 5 of us not all being together, because Jenna lives in DC. And she came home one time in there, but her sisters weren't home. She came home to bring us Sawyer, but her sisters weren't home. And that's strange. So it's so good that she's home this weekend. And it's so fitting and weird that we actually kick off our football season tomorrow. Like, what? And it's so fitting and weird that when my husband came home last night, he said, all right, 100% negative on our COVID test, we can have a game. Like, this is our new language. And it just is. So let those feelings move through you, acknowledge them, and on this Feel Good Friday, take your steps to help yourself feel good. You are in control. You're in control of your energy. Let the feelings move through you, and then take control of your energy and share these steps with others, because I know that there will be lots of folks who are feeling a little wonky today, and there is so much that we can do to take control of that energy. So don't let the day pass by just sitting in the suck. Let it come in, let it be there, embrace it, acknowledge it, and then take some steps, because you can change your energy by moving your body, drinking some water, getting a little more sleep, doing all the things you can, and you'll feel better for it. And that will make it a truly Feel Good Friday, all right? Thanks for watching Mindset and Motivation. I'll be back on Monday with Mindset Monday. Make it a great weekend. Cheers.